himself. Yeah, country loved. And mercy more than life. America, America, make God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and ever again divine. And you know, when I was in school, we used to sing it something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain. But now wait a minute.
Real Boxing with the incomparable Coach Ronnie Shields.
Woo! I tell you what, that intro never gets old. It always gets me choked up because, guys, we have so much to be thankful for. Tell you what, I'm very thankful for my brother W.A.W of the Boxing Source, co-host of the show with me every single week. And guys, we were especially thankful at this beautiful holiday season to be sharing the air with the living legend, in my opinion, best trainer in the world. Guys, I hope you guys appreciate it every single week, exclusive to War Week Boxing, the incomparable Coach Ronnie Shields. Ronnie, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Doing great.
Oh, I tell you what, guys, it's the Christmas, it's the holiday season. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas. And guys, I tell you what, happy Thanksgiving. And our Cowboys are 9-3, getting ready to put it all on the line at the Jerry Dome against the Eagles. Woo! Does it get any better than this, Ronnie?
Not at all. Let's do it, Cowboys.
Yeah, and I tell you what, my guy's smiling because he just had his fighter, well, get a sensational first-round knockout against a guy. Oscar told him, hey, don't be surprised if he's tough. He gives your guy some rounds. That didn't happen, though, did it?
Not at all.
Oh, I tell you what, we're going to talk all about that in Fact or Fiction. But guys, I'm very thankful also for, like I said, my brother W.A.W, Big James. He always does a great job, and we always like to help him promote his beautiful site as well as his channel on YouTube. And so we came up with a segment exclusive to War Week Boxing. And it goes a little something like this. Are you ready, Big James? Are you ready to do this?
Well, now, wait a minute. No,
America! Woo! That never gets old, does it? Oh, God bless Ray Charles. I'll tell you what. God is love, and love is blind. Now, using logic, does that mean Ray Charles is God?
well, it's either him or Stevie Wonder.
Oh, I tell you what, in the music business, yeah, both are gods. I tell you what. But there's only one God in my book, and that's the Holy Trinity. God bless all of you guys, and praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Here we go. Are you ready, Big J?
It's time for the BoxingSource.net Rapid Fire Q&A.
Woo! So the rules of this, Coach Ronnie, this is not just boxing related. Now, about half of them are, but half of them are very personal. I want everyone to get to know a little bit better the man, the myth, the legend. So it's just like the pyramid game, but for no bucks. And I'm not Dick Clark, and neither is Big J.R. Bell. unless you can do that impression too, JR.
No, but that $100,000 pyramid theme song is one of the best theme songs of all time.
It is, along with The Price is Right in the Match Game. How do you like that?
Yeah.
I think I sound a little bit more like Gene Rayburn than Dick Clark, but I'm not going to be asking him the questions. This is all you, brother. And so once again, Ronnie, if you don't feel comfortable, just like the pyramid game, you can say pass and we'll move on to the next one. We've got 10 rapid fire questions. JR, the floor is yours, sir.
All right, Coach Ronnie, here we go with rapid fire questions. We got 10 questions here for you. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Number 1, who was your adolescent celebrity crush?
Ooh, Pam Grier.
Oh,
Oh,
you know what, brother? You know what, man? I can't disagree with that. Can you, James?
at that time, no.
Woo!
All
All
right.
right, next one.
Here we go. Number 2, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, superpower. What would it be?
Can be anything, Coach.
It would be to stop sickness for everybody.
Woo!
That's why you're the coach.
Yeah, I would have just said invisibility. But that beats the shit out of mine. I'm sorry, pardon my French, guys.
All right. Here we go. Number 3. If you could have dinner with anyone living in the present, who would it be?
Anyone living in the present. Oh my God, who would it be? Man, so many people. But I would say Barack Obama.
Wow.
All right. Here we go. Number 4. Your favorite boxing event that you've ever been a part of?
Wow.
Man, I have so many that I've been a part of. Really good. Probably when Evander Holyfield knocked out James Buster Douglas.
Oh, and you jumped over Buster Douglas. I remember that.
Yeah.
He was on the canvas and you jumped over him. Woo! Oh, that is great.
All right. Number 5. The strangest boxing fan encounter. What was it?
Oh, well, when somebody mixed me for somebody else.
Who would that be? There's no one else like you, Coach.
I know, but they mixed me for somebody else. They say, "Hey, aren't you?" No. Yes, you are. You just don't want to. You denying it. No, I'm not. That's not me.
What
is crazy.
What do you say? Like, what, a running back for the Niners or something?
Oh, aren't you Tony D? You're Tony Dorsett, aren't you? No. So I'm sure Flip Wilson got that a lot back in the day,
Yeah.
but not you.
No,
Don't you
not
think
me.
Tony D looked a lot like Flip Wilson?
He did. He actually did.
Tell you what, ran like fire though, man. Woo!
Yes, indeed.
Miss me some
Right.
Tony D. Go ahead,
Here we
Big
go.
J.
Let's go with number 6. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh,
Pet peeve. Man, I have so many.
yeah. Hey, if you have more than one, let it fly, brother. If you got more than one.
No, I'm a pass on that one.
Well, I'll answer it for him. Fighters avoiding David Morrell Jr. How do you like that?
That's a good one.
All right. Number 7. What is your favorite guilty pleasure boxing match to watch?
My favorite guilty pleasure about
So that means a fighter or a
I
fight.
would say Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
Oh, dude, I tell you what, there's no guilt in that, brother. Oh, just the gift that keeps on giving. Now,
Right.
Coach, when you watch that, do
Right.
you ever think, why the hell has the product changed so dramatically?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Back then, man, it was. Well, I guess it was less less fighters that was really in the spotlight than it is now,
Mm-hmm.
and so you just had a round robin back then because you only had like Ali, Frazier, Ron Locke, and Norton, you know, and a few others that could mix in that really made great heavyweight fights. This is why Ali had to fight Frazier 3 times, you know,
Mm.
and because it just wasn't that many big names out there back then. But as those guys got older, of course, then the names start coming.
But
Yeah.
yeah, what the product was sensational, wasn't it?
Oh, it was great, man. It was great. And everybody fought everybody. It wasn't like today where, you had so many different networks that you couldn't
Right.
go to here, you couldn't go there. You know, it was just crazy. You had basically one network that that provided everything, and you had two promoters that had everybody, Bob Arum and John King. So they had to work together, and they
Mm-hmm.
did, and they did work together, and that was a great thing.
Oh gosh, I tell you what, the good old days. But boxing's still a great product, guys. I hope you guys appreciate it, and I know our extended family on War Week definitely appreciates it.
Yep.
I tell you what, moving on. We're on number 8 now, correct,
Yes.
James?
Yeah. Here's number 8 for you, Coach. What is the last song you listened to?
Uh-oh.
The last song I listened to,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Joy and Pain by Frankie Beverly Mays.
Oh. Woo. I was afraid he was going to say Careless Whisper by Wham. Jeez.
Well, Frankie
Oh,
Beverly
Joy
Mays is my favorite.
and pain, like sunshine and rain.
Oh, I
Come
love it.
on.
I love it. James, you can sing, brother. Woo. Hey, fun fact, Larry Holmes has a band and he still performs. How do you like that?
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, the Easton Assassin. Look it up on YouTube. They still perform at
Okay.
churches and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, James, what was the last song that you listened to on your podcast, brother?
Oh, the last song that I listened to. Oh my goodness. What is it? Tim's? Tim's song with Future. So but it was like a while ago, man.
Oh, you're not a huge audiophile like me and Coach, huh?
Nah.
Woo. Well, I tell you what, we're on number 9, correct?
Number 9.
Here we go.
Here we go. Coach, what is your most embarrassing moment as an adult?
Most
Uh-oh.
embarrassing moment as an adult. Oh, I was playing with my grandson, and he kicked me low. He hit me low.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. In the family jewels.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Ding,
man.
ding.
In public. In public.
Oh, it's a shame it in the good old days. Oh, ding, ding, Coach.
Yeah,
Chingao.
Man.
Last but not least, JR.
Number 10. What is your most cherished memory in the boxing business?
I didn't hear that. Say it again.
What is your most cherished memory in the boxing business?
Oh man, I have so many cherished memories, man. I would have to say one when I was with Lou Dover, Georgia Benton, Pernell Whitaker, Evander Holyfield, Mildred Taylor, Mark Breland, and just so many other champions that was with main events at that time. And we all, I think W.A.W had just got inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and we were always together, and we took pictures and everything together. And man, I just felt like I was amongst the greatest of the great in boxing.
Mm.
And there it is. And as you are, Coach, and we expect to see you any year now in the IBHOF to take your rightful place in Canastota. We love you, Coach. Woo! I'll tell you what, James, and we love you too, my friend. Thank you for that. I'll tell you what, because I worked so hard on this, I'm going to play it again. How do you like that?
It's time for the BoxingSource.net Rapid Fire Q&A.
Guys, in case you haven't done it already, please go subscribe to my brother James, the Boxing Source, on YouTube, as well as bookmark his website, theboxingsource.net. How do you like that? Guys, let's say hello. Great job, James. Let's say hello to our dear friends in the chat. Let's see. We're going to start with our brother SSP Diving. Salute to you, my friend, and thank you for being here and supporting the coach. Demetrio, thank you for supporting the coach on this beautiful Tuesday. Also, my brother Toby Bartlett. What up, Joe? Coach Ronnie, the Boxing Source in the chat. Thank you for joining us across the pond, sir. El Pinche Pacheco will knock out Hype Job Morel, bruh. Coach Ronnie, do you want to take care of my light work there?
Who is Pacheco?
Oh! Yeah, I tell you what, stay on the West Coast there, brother. Stay on the West Coast. SSB diving cap. Yes, he's got it. Juice, salute to you, my friend, and the Boxing Source and the legendary Ronnie Shields, and yes, our entire Warwick family. Job well done with Kid Austin, sir. Woo! I tell you what, it's hard to believe that he's only 21 now, isn't it? Watermark. Salute, Joseph. I heard these questions last night, and you're going to hear, and this is special, right? And I decided to keep these same fact or fiction questions that we did last night for Rick Glazer, because I know we're going to get very different responses from someone with a trainer's eye. This is by design, sir. And there it is. Some rando, welcome to the show, sir, and thank you for supporting the coach. Let's go, Regis. Well, we'll find out what Coach Ronnie thinks about this rematch or about this match coming up on this Saturday night. And want to welcome our brother Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz and more. Guys, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to our brother Bruce. Great fan of the sport, always does a great job, great historian, and always has great guests. Also, my brother David Gonzalez, a trainer of the best defensive boxer of all time, Purnell, Sweet Pea Whitaker. You know what? I'm not going to argue with that. I don't think you can you, Ronnie?
Not at all.
Well, I tell you what, he was taught by the best, the great Georgie Benton, the defensive master. You couldn't, what was the old saying? You couldn't hit him with a handful of rice. Is that it? Also, my brother Team Batman Boxing, welcome to the show, sir. And I tell you what, it's time now. Are you ready, Ronnie?
Hey, we ain't ducking and dodging nobody. It's time for fact or fiction.
And there it is. James, can you read this? Number one, sir.
Hey, listen, my thing is this. Number one.
Woo!
Fact or
Floyd
fiction.
Joy Sinclair.
All right, listen. Number one, Ryan Garcia could learn something from Floyd Schofield Jr. and how to address the media. Fact or fiction?
That could be a fact. Here's the thing, right? Fighters have to understand that, you need the media on your side. The media will do great things for you, put your name out, do, everything. You can't fault the media, for having an opinion about anything. You know, because everybody has an opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
and with the media, I've seen it over and over and over. Don't get on the bad side. You have to
Yep.
stay on the good side. And that takes you a long ways, especially when it's time to get paid. You know,
Yep. It could also bury you too.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yes,
So look,
indeed.
guys, look, Ryan Garcia, take a page from Floyd. Yeah, he was just all class in addressing the media, as well as his post-fight commentary with Chris Mannix, thanking his promoters and seemingly extremely grateful for these opportunities on DAZN. Okay, that's what people like to see. They don't like to see you bad mouthing legends of the sport like Bernard Hopkins or Oscar De La Hoya. The guys giving you these opportunities and paying you this kind of purse, giving you this opportunity to display all of your talents in front of everybody. Like Golden Boy, look, they're getting these TV dates not just because of Ryan Garcia. They've got a roster of 60 plus fighters in which they get these TV dates. And that's done by Golden Boy Promotions. Ryan, come on. Get with the program, my brother. You've got a lot to offer the sport. And just remember, the sport is bigger than any one fighter. Okay? James, do you have anything to add to that, sir?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the comments from Ryan Garcia leading into the fight was just like, crazy. But for me, that's not the first rodeo between Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. This has happened over the course of the past few years. So the thing is, if he's going to be still dealing with Oscar and Golden Boy Promotions, he's going to have to clean his act up.
Oh boy, and it's you hate to see this stuff, and because Coach, and with the lawsuit and everything going on, and with people whispering in Ryan's ear, and him being a young, impressionable young man, you hate to see this stuff because his future, the world is his oyster at this point, but he has to make good decisions. And we know that you're one of the best mentors in the business. You've done a tremendous job with Jamal. And we see the turnaround, and we see him getting his life together, and it's beautiful. Do you have any words of advice other than what you've already stated for Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, I mean, I just wish he'd concentrate on boxing and just keep building. Build yourself up, but concentrate on your boxing and what's in front of you, because he's such a good fighter, man. He can really fight. And, he don't need to get into a tussle with his promoter, because it doesn't look right.
No.
If you have the same goal, you can't have the same goal if you're not on the same page.
Tell you what, true words were never spoken. Thank you for that, Coach. Hope Ryan's listening. I'm going to turn that into its own individual segment as well after the show, guys. We want to welcome our brother Chicano Prophet to the show. He says, would love to know which fight the coach considers his greatest upset victory as a trainer.
Oh, that's an easy one now. Vernon Forrest versus Shane Mosley Jr.
And there it is. And there it is.
Mosley.
You know what? I knew you were going to say that, brother.
Shane Mosley. Not Shane Mosley Jr. Shane Mosley.
Yeah. We just saw Shane Mosley Jr. fight this past, and I love me some Shane Jr., but he's got a long way to go before he gets to Vernon Forrest or his father. Let's just put it that way. But I love Shane Jr. He's such a good kid. He's not a kid anymore either, is he?
He's not. He's a grown man.
Oh, Chingao. Yeah, Ronnie, we're getting old, man. Holy shnikes. Ronnie's like, speak for yourself, sucker.
No, that's my
I tell you what. No, that you'll pass. Chicano Prophet. Yep, that was a great one. Thank you for joining us, Chicano Prophet. Any other questions you guys have for the coach? We are here for you. So let him fly, guys. Team Batman Boxing says, yep, Ryan needs to get refocused, in my opinion. And that shoulder roll if that's what you want to call it. Let's talk to Ronnie Shields because, well, Georgie Benton, the father of the Philly Shell. Coach, what was that? What would you call that? That's not the Philly Shell. Because Georgie Benton, correct me if I'm wrong, when he made his opponents miss, he was looking to counter effectively. Absolutely. Now, the only thing I saw from Ryan is it looked like he was headed for the exit door. Now, what would you call that, sir?
I don't know what you call it, but this is why you train to perfect everything, and sooner or later you'll get it.
Well, let's hope to that. Let's hope so. Look, I will say this, Ronnie. Let me ask you something. Now, just from the eye test, he seems to have the speed and the reflexes to be taught that skill set, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what can he do to improve that? Because that was like the Puxatawny Phil Shell right there.
It's something that you have to work on, man. And you have to work on that every day,
Mm-hmm.
And when Georgie taught it to me, how to teach it to others, it was something that we had to work on every single day. You don't let a day go by without working on it because it's something that you have to perfect. And, and this seemed like to be his first time to try it. And, you just need to work on it. That's all. It'll come, but it just takes work.
Yeah, and you're not going to give away those secrets, are you?
Not at all. Not at all.
I knew it. Damn. Number 2, Big J.
All right, here we go with number 2. Ryan Garcia is too one-dimensional to defeat any of the elite at 140 or 147. Fact or fiction?
That's fiction, man. I mean, look, this kid can fight. He really has a good eye for boxing, and you just gotta. It all depends on the opponent, man. Every time you get in there, you face a different opponent, you face a different style, and he seems like he adapts to things pretty quick. So, look, he's tall for 140 pounds. He was tall for a lightweight. Now at 140 pounds, he's still tall for 140 pounds. So I don't think he's strong enough for 147 right now. But at 140 pounds, he can make a lot of trouble because he can punch.
Yep. He's always in every fight. In your opinion, a lot of people are saying, oh, Subriel Matias, you will never hear him call him out. He would steamroll him. But Subriel Matias, he gives you a lot of targets and he can get hurt. We've seen that, but he's in such great shape. He can, recover very quickly. Yeah. Coach, do you see Ryan eventually beating the best at 40?
I think, with a few more fights at 140, it's got to be the right fight, though. It's no sense in rushing a kid when he's moving up in weight, and so many people make that mistake, because they have something to prove. You got to prove that you're smart, that you pick the right fights, then you go for the title, then you're ready.
Yeah, the only thing I'm afraid of is that with the money that he's expecting, and he's already in the limelight, huge fan base, does he have that luxury, Coach? Does he have that learning curve?
Well, it just depends on the opponent, because people want to catch him right now because he's not fully seasoned yet. So they would accept less money right now to try to get to him right now. But again, on their part, on Ryan Garcia's part, they have to be smart. He's not a champion right now, so he can pick his spots right now, and he's in a good position. It's not always good to be a champion and you're in his position.
Yeah.
He's not champion right now, so he can pick his spots to where he go. And
that's
pick
a
the
very
right
smart point. That's a very intelligent point, Coach, and wouldn't expect anything less. I'll tell you what, though, after the fight, He called out one Rolando Romero, coach. Maybe I'm stupid, but that's a great fight.
It is a great fight.
And
You know,
that's going to be
listen,
entertaining as hell, don't you think?
it would be an entertaining fight. You know, I mean, I really, really truly like that fight. I really do. You know, the thing about it though, if you win,
Both men at this time.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great fight, man, if it can be made.
I have a feeling
Somebody
that,
got
both
somebody
men
has to
seem,
cross the tracks.
yeah, you know what? Right now, the zone with the dates. Hey, the Amazon deal is going to be announced this week, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
That's what I've been projecting.
James, did you hear something?
I mean, I didn't necessarily hear something, but it's just just tea leaves that are flowing that it's pretty close to being like announced and all that. So
I would
There
think
it is. We want to welcome our.
they were waiting until
I'm
after.
sorry. Go ahead,
I,
Coach. My
I
apologies.
think no, I'm saying I would think they were waiting until after the last Showtime show.
You know what? That would make sense now, wouldn't it? That
yeah,
would make sense. And guys, that's coming up not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. Merry Christmas. I tell you what, we want to welcome our brother Khalid to the program. He says, don't sleep on Ryan, y'all. He's definitely not skilled, but he has speed and power. Look, guys, he's got over 200 amateur fights. He's skilled enough. But, yeah, he does still have a lot to learn. He said, I don't know if will be Tiafimo, Devin, or Regis, but he may beat one of them. Guys, don't be shocked if he beats all of them eventually. He's still a kid, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Coach,
absolutely.
correct me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're right.
Guys, this is the theater of the unexpected, and he does have that one hitter quitter. Don't sleep on that. I think Khalid's got the right idea. But I tell you what, Team Mountain Boxing says, Rolly, that's not a bad fight. Both are flawed, but Rolly is awful. Ryan should KO him, but it makes sense. Look, once again, Coach, maybe I'm just that glass half full kind of guy, but I see it being a very entertaining fight. Yes, both are flawed, and guys, both are equally flawed with equal power.
Yeah,
that could make for a great fight of the year candidate. Maybe I'm silly,
absolutely.
but
No, I
guys,
like it.
this
I
is
like that
boxing.
Yep.
James, do you like that fight, James?
Oh yeah, I do like that fight. It's definitely an action fight. Something where a number of people will say, "Hey, we might get a spectacular knockout out of it." You know what I mean? And to the point in reference to the last part or last comment from Khaled and your response to that, like, yeah, he's skilled. Like, he's been in there in the amateurs. You talked about, the amount of amateur fights he's had. He's fought, guys that we know now in the pros, like Brandon Lee or Ray Murataya or Jordan White, Virgil Ortiz, and of course, Devin Haney. So he has the skills, all right? It's just that right now he just got to sharpen all those skills.
Yeah.
And there it is. There it is. We loved your eye, James. And regurgitating from the master, Ronnie Shields. Number 3, Big JR.
All right, here we go. Number 3, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero will prove to be one of the biggest pay-per-view events of 2024. Fact or fiction?
I'm gonna say fiction on that one.
Oh, damn.
Look, I think it'll be a great fight, but not many people know Rolly. They may have seen him, but now a lot of people don't know him. So, Round have to carry this thing, but with the few people that do know Rolly, they would have to really build this thing up. I mean, they would have to really, really build it up in order for this to do good on pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Well, especially with piracy these days. Speaking of piracy, Coach, did you hear the numbers for Benavidez Andrade And are you surprised or are you shocked?
I just heard it was under 100. I wasn't shocked by that it was under 100. But I mean, I don't know that fight, man. I thought it was gonna be a really good fight. Go on paper, it was a great fight on paper. But then Benavidez just showed that he is the monster they say he is.
Mm. Yeah, I tell you what, Andrade, what can I say about this? Let's put it this way. Andrade looked great until he didn't. James, your assessment.
It was a fight between a great guy at 160 against a great guy that's 175.
Yep. Ho, ho. Thank you, Memo Heredia. You guys do realize that's the only reason why he's working with Memo, right? Yeah. He made his pro debut at 178. That says it all now, doesn't it? That says it all. David Benavidez, pick on someone your own size, like Dave Morrell Jr. How do you like that? Huh? That's not going to happen, though, is it? At least not until 75, correct, Ronnie?
I would say so.
Yep, and there it is. Well, I will say this. A bright spot on this past Saturday's fight card, including Floyd Schofield Jr., was the announcement of Jaime Munguia versus John Ryder. Ronnie, I know for a fact that Team Canelo offered, Jaime Munguia $6 million for a Cinco de Mayo fight. Are you surprised that they're going through with the John Ryder fight on January 27th?
I'm surprised they turned down $6 million. I mean, what business is he in?
Well, it is Mexico, brother. Oh, did I say that on the air? So here we go, number 4.
All right, here we go, number 4. Jaime Munguia will lose to John Ryder on January 27th and blow his $6 million payday with Canelo in 2024. Fact or fiction?
I'm gonna say fiction. I think Munguia will be better. I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I'm gonna say Munguia wins this fight. But
well, go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
It's still gonna be tough for him to get the Canelo fight.
Well, you know who Sean Porter said is probably going to get the Canelo fight in Cinco de Mayo weekend? Did you hear that?
I read it.
Your thoughts on that, sir? And is Jermall ready? Now, we understand that he gave up that assignment, gave it to his brother. He was going with some difficult things. But he looked strong in his last performance, and he seems, very humbled. And he seems a lot more stoic at this juncture of his career. Is he ready for Canelo Alvarez, Ronnie?
I think Jermall Charlo's ready for anybody. I think, he's in a good place right now. And, and he trained hard for this fight against Jose Benavidez Jr. And he did everything that we asked him to do. And I think a fight with Canelo will even make him even more ready than anything, and he's in a good place right now. And this is the best time, I believe, for him to catch Canelo.
What did you have to say during fight week, during the Benavidez-Andrade fight week, and when he was fighting Benavidez Jr.? What did you have to say to all those guys who asked you questions? Oh, is Jermall ready? I heard him say that he only had 3 weeks preparation for this fight. What did you have to say about that?
Well, I just told him, he had way more than 3 weeks preparation, that's for sure. But I told him just wait and see. Don't put the cart before the horse. Just wait and see until you see his performance, and you judge him on his performance. That's all you can do, And Jermall did everything that was asked of him, and the plan wasn't to go for the knockout. That wasn't the plan. The plan was we needed rounds, and I needed him to feel good going into the second half of the fight. And he did everything, man. He boxed, He used the left hand the way he was supposed to. You know, he threw some hard shots in there, but all of the shots wasn't hard by design. You know, the design was to go 10 rounds. That's what we needed. That's what we wanted. That's what we had to have. And I was just really happy that he controlled. And, you know, when you got a guy that has experience, but then went through some things that he's gone through, you never know how he's going to react, you know,
Mm-hmm.
when you get into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he stayed calm throughout. You know, the press conference, he was calm. You know, he let Benavidez do all the talking. You know,
And
and
that he
all of
did.
that. You know, and he just said what was on his mind, and you know, we just went from there. And that's the way I like to see him. You know, he's such a good fighter, man, and you know, and you haven't seen the best of Jamal Charlo yet.
Wow. I tell you what, that was a great response. And you know what? I second this, my friend. We want to welcome Ryan Singleton to the show. Coach Ronnie is a living legend. Thanks for bringing your wisdom to War Week Radio. I'll second that. Woo! We're all the beneficiaries, guys. And Team Batman says, yep, I love that Munguia versus Ryder fight. It's got Fight of the Year written all over it, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Big James?
You can. I just got to see like where John Ryder is at this point. You know, it's been a minute
Absolutely.
since that Canelo fight. So
Oh, well, he took a bludgeoning down, didn't he?
yeah. So
Well, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, though, James. So did Jaime Munguia. He got busted up pretty good from Sergey Derevyanchenko.
oh man, and I thought Derevyanchenko would pull out with that fight too, man. I was
If
like,
he
oh
hadn't gotten knocked down in the final round, he would have.
yeah.
So we have to see if Jaime Munguia is still the same. But he is much younger than John Ryder. The Orlando Salido of the UK, as I like to call him. Boy, he's tougher than nails. That guy will get in the ring with everybody. If he could punch, he would be scary. I'll tell you what, number 5, Big J.
All right, here we go. Number 5. Regis Prograis, the Rougarou, will shock the boxing world and stop Devin Haney within the distance this Saturday night. Fact or fiction?
Oh man. I'm gonna say fiction. I'm gonna say fiction as far as stopping Devin Haney. Not that we just can't do it, but you know, but I'm really a Regis fan. You know, Regis. I've been knowing Regis for a very long time, and this kid, man, I know how hard he works. I know that he really wants this. You know, and this is why he's champion of the world right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure he can stop Devin Haney, but I'm definitely rooting for Regis Prograis in this.
Woo! So what are the keys to victory? What does he have to do to defeat Devin Haney, Coach Ronnie?
Well, you know, for me, Regis just had to be himself. You know, he has to be that nonchalant guy that just goes in there and throws punches. You know, just if you watch Regis fight, right? Regis goes to get it. You know, there's
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not gonna sit on the outside and I'm gonna be out of Ali. I'm gonna move around. No. Regis coming to fight. You know, that's the Regis program I know that comes to fight. You know, and this is the one you're gonna see on Saturday night because this is the way this kid is. You know, he don't give a damn about nothing. He
Mm-hmm.
goes in there and, you know, he throws punches, man, and he's not afraid to throw punches. You know, he lets his hands go. Now, look, Devin Haney, you can't take anything away from this kid because he's undisputed lightweight champion of the world.
Yep.
You know, he gave up the belts now, but you know, but with the experience that he has, and with the, you know, he's so confident right now that he could beat anybody. But you know, when you're moving up in weight, that's something a little bit different than when you're coming from. You know, so you know the power is different. Everything is different. And you might say, "Oh, that's only 5 pounds." Yes, 5 pounds mean a hell of a lot when you're in the ring. And you know, this is going to be a good fight. I'm telling you, this had Fight of the Year written all over it for me.
Oh gosh, I hope so, Coach. Because let me pull out my crystal ball, James. Let me see if you agree with this. Depending on the referee, I see a lot of Excessive holding on Saturday night from Devin Haney, doing his best John the Huggy Man Ruiz impression. Chingao. James, your thoughts on that, brother?
I mean, I don't know like who the ref will be on that. If they'll allow holding or that type of stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be definitely key there. I mean, geez, I was just looking at the odds though. They got Devin Haney as the favorite. That's interesting.
Wow. I tell you what, keep talking, brother. I'm going to look up these odds myself, and I'll tell you what I think
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, because that was interesting to me because I had followed it like from a few weeks back or whatever it is, and they had it on one side to where it was Prograis being the favorite, but now it looks like I guess people are going towards Devin Haney picking him for the win in this. That's very interesting there.
Yeah, I think, for me, I think people are
Wow.
doing that because he was, because he was undisputed lightweight champion of the world and moving up, and then maybe they figure, hey, Regis lost a fight before, so maybe he's not like that. But yeah, Regis is all of that. Not to say that you can't take anything away from Devin Haney. The thing about it is, when you're moving up in weight, it's not the same as where you're coming from. It's a little bit different, and it depends on the fighter. Regis is a very confident fighter right now, and he brings it in the ring, and he's not afraid to throw punches, and that's the thing that separates him from a lot of these guys right now. Regis not afraid to go toe to toe with anybody, and with the holding and stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff that you can do to avoid that, to stop that. And, and I know he knows the tricks of the trade. So I think you'll see some good things from Regis on Saturday night.
Well, I tell you what, I'm sure Bobby has been working on since the Daniel Zorrilla fight, Danielito Zorrilla. He's been working on cutting off the ring before trying to close the distance. Cut off the ring before trying to close the distance. Is that correct, Ronnie?
Yeah, cutting off the ring is great. It's great in this sport. You have to know how to do it, and you have to know how to do it.
Say what you want about Oscar Duarte this past weekend. I thought he did a great job of cutting off the ring before he just tried to close the distance, and it was very effective. But he just didn't throw enough punches now, did he?
Yeah, that's the key to it. You have to, you have to have the punches to go with when you cut them off, and the right punches.
Yep, those creative combinations that are hard to see coming. I'll tell you what, we want to hold on. We want to thank Rodney Green for being here on the show. And we also want to remind everyone, guys, this show is officially sponsored by Rod Vachon Holdings. Guys, if you're in the South Texas area and are in the market for a new home, work with the best. Rod Vachon Holdings. Guys, go visit the website today. And I tell you what, oh, geez, I hope not. Khalid says, I think there will be holding and headbutts. Oh, geez, perish the thought. That's the last thing we need. Low Clarity, thank you for supporting the coach and Big James on this evening. Let's cook up some bets. While we have that on the medulla, I'm shocked. According to our favorite book, Bet MGM, Devin Haney is the sizable favorite at minus 350. That's a 3.5 to 1 betting favorite. Coach, do you agree with those odds?
No, I really truly don't. I think they not looking at Regis, man. I really believe they underestimate Regis Prograis, and they doing that. That's crazy, But hey, that's the odd makers. What they have to lose, right? They went to the best money.
James, do you agree with those odds? Because I don't. I'm with Ronnie.
I mean, where did you have that at minus 350?
Yep,
And
minus 350 and plus 275 for Regis.
and DraftKings had Haney at minus 400.
Oh boy.
And Regis at plus 300.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, nah, it's got to be much closer than that to me.
Well, you know what?
It's not really giving Regis Prograis, that much credit towards him being a 2-time world champion. They're 140 pounds,
Oh, geez. Oof. Well, you know what? This is a very interesting thought, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Coach, because it's very insightful. He said, Joseph, why not just let Haney comes toward Regis and Regis does the countering? Because Haney, well, he's the homeboy here. He will have the pressure since he's at home. Ronnie, could you see that happening?
No.
No. Nothing is going to deviate from the script, is he?
No, Haney's going to box like always. He's going to, he's going to stay on the outside. That's what he does best. So we're just going to have to beat him at his best on the outside. And then like I say, when it's time for them to get in the inside, and we're just going to have to rough him up, to avoid the hole and things like that. The referee is going to play a big, big role in this fight. The thing about it is, they're fighting in San Francisco, which is where Haney is from.
Yep.
I don't know if that's good or bad for Regis, but him being the champion, I would think that, the odds would be against him with the things that going to happen as far as the holding and tying up and stuff like that. That's going to be something the referee is going to have a hell of it's going to be a job that he's going to have to do to be fair on both sides. He's just going to have to, let these guys fight, let them fight out of the clinch. And when you fight out of the clinch, that favors Regis.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say this. I thought Thomas Taylor from California did an excellent job at the Mandalay Bay 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I can see Thomas Taylor getting this assignment as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Ronnie. He doesn't let you hit and hold, does he?
No, not at all.
Tell you what, come on, Thomas Taylor. I tell you what, I also like Jack Reese for this assignment. He doesn't let you hold excessively either.
Yeah, I like Jack Reese too. Jack Reese is a really good guy.
Yep. That's it, guys. That's it. Well, let's just hope for the best, guys. We should get an announcement tomorrow about who the judges and who the referee is going to be. Right? But I'll have my War Week sexy bet on Friday after the weigh-in. I've got to see both guys. We'll see what happens, guys. But you know what? I believe in Prograis. I believe in Coach Bobby. I believe in Coach Aaron. They're a great team. I just wish that conditioning coach would just, talk a little less. Chihuahua. Number 6, Big James.
All right, here we go. Number 6, Haney versus Prograis will only attract 30,000 pay-per-view purchases on December 9th. Fact or fiction?
I'm going to say fiction. I think it'll do a little bit more. I really do. I think people go really buy this one because I think it's a good fight. You're talking about champion versus champion. When you get that, it's different. It's a lot different, especially in the smaller weight classes. I think it's different.
Well, I will say this. Guys, if you're interested in this fight, do not steal it. Purchase it. Do not steal it. Purchase it. Guys, it affects the entire business. It affects which fights are made. It affects whether or not it's going to be on regular subscriber or pay-per-view. Okay? Yeah. Do not steal this, guys. It affects everything. and you're taking money out of these fighters and these trainers and everyone involved. You're taking food off their table. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Want to thank you for that. James, do you agree with Ronnie? Do you concur?
30,000. I think it could make that number. The thing is, like you said, with the whole, piracy thing, I'm kind of up in the air about it,
Yeah, the official number for Benavidez Andrade was 62,000, guys. 62,000. I'll tell you what, let's move on, though. We're putting Coach Ronnie to sleep. Holy cow. It's been a long day. We know, Ronnie. 7, Big James.
All right, here we go. Fact or fiction. Positive ticket sales for Haney versus Prograis at the Chase Center in San Francisco is not organic and is a byproduct or product of third-party ticket brokers. Fact or fiction?
Is Fast Eddie doing his own work? Is he doing that work again?
I think that's a fact.
Yep. Do you remember Beevil versus Canelo? Oh, it's so happening now. Do you remember how many empty seats there were? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Guys, don't be shocked if you see Fast Eddie up to his old tricks again. He does this in the UK. He does this in the States, right? He does this because he can charge up to 3 times the face value of the ticket. Wow. That's what you call a racket, Coach Ronnie.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty pool, old man. Number 8.
Here we go. Number 8. Bob Aaron will give Teofimo Lopez the Mikey Garcia treatment and put him on ice for the remainder of his contract with Top Rank. Fact or fiction?
No, that could be a fact.
You've seen it
Uncle
before,
Bob.
Ronnie.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Bob don't play.
Look, guys, from what I was told by Top Rank Brass, he not only turned down $1.5 million for the Ryan Garcia fight, but he also turned down 70% of the back end as well. Now, he's not telling you the entire story when he says, oh, they just offered me 1.5. BS. They offered him 70% of the back end.
Wow.
Yep. He turned that down. Now, what kind of mental genius do you have to be to turn that down, Ronnie?
He doesn't need money.
Well, I'll tell you what
kind of business these guys doing.
Oh, boy. Perish the thought, Ronnie. Perish the thought. Jeez. Well.
One day he'll kick himself in the butt one day.
Well, I tell you what. Hope his franchise of Tio's Taco Shack is doing well. Chingo. You're going to need it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Number 9, Big J.
Okay, number 9.
You don't have to say the whole thing. You can read. Everyone can read it.
Jarrell Miller is correct. Jarrell Miller is correct when he states Anthony Joshua made a mistake in picking Wally.
You could also pass like Ronnie, and I'll read it. No, I know you have a very good working relationship with our brother Dimitri Salita, so I'm not gonna make you read that, and I'm not gonna read it as well. Forgive me, I actually forgot about that. My apologies, Big James. But yes, Jarrell Miller is correct when he states Anthony Joshua made a mistake in picking Otto Wallin. Fact or fiction, sir?
I'm going to say fiction. I don't think he made a mistake. Otto Wallin is a good fighter, of course. But, when you get to that level of boxing, you have to respect them to fight the best. I mean, they're not going to just give these guys, $10, $20, $30 million to fight nobody. I mean, you got to get in there with somebody, I think Joshua wins. I mean, I do. But that's me. So,
well, Coach, we understand if you're preparing for a southpaw, that makes sense. Obviously, a la Philip Ergovic, right?
Yeah.
in which you fought two southpaws in preparation for Alexander Usyk, the current title holder.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Joshua's going to be facing Deontay Wilder if he gets past this. What sense does that make, sir?
Well, sometimes, you have to go with the flow.
Well,
I mean, it is what it is. They probably got the guy at a good price. I mean, see, here's the thing about boxing, right? You don't know who else they offered, this fight for, right? And a lot of guys overprice themselves. They really
that is a fact.
overprice themselves a lot, especially in the heavyweight division. You're fighting a name in Anthony Joshua, you want to get paid. Now,
Andy Ruiz.
Look, out of Orleans, of course he's going to get paid, but he's not going to get paid nearly as much as a Deontay Wilder if he'd be fighting, certain guys like that. But understand that, it's not many big names out there right now that would fight Anthony Joshua for a certain amount of money.
And
look,
you know what?
And out of
go
Orleans,
ahead, sir.
out of Orleans, this is an opportunity. Sometimes the money can't always be the factor in why you take a fight. If your business is just playing money, then you're in the wrong business. The business is to make money, and you make money by knocking off the best fighters in the world.
Yep, when you look at the top 10 or the top 15, respectively, in the heavyweight division, looks like what are your choices? Three big punching heavyweights, three athletic heavyweights, Zhilei Zhang, Otto Wallin, Frank Sanchez. Who's the lesser of those three evils, Coach Ronnie?
You say Zhilei Zhang,
Zhilei Zhang, Frank Sanchez, and Otto Wallin. Who's the lesser of those three evils?
Otto Wallin.
That's your decision right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you going to fight? Are you going to fight Zhilei Zhang when you're getting ready for Deontay Wilder? Are you going to fight Frank Sanchez? Getting ready for Deontay Wilder? Hell no. So I tell you what, that's it, guys. I agree wholeheartedly with Coach Ronnie, and those are great points. That, chances are Otto Wallin was the lesser of those three evils and was willing to do it for the cheapest price tag.
Absolutely.
There it is. Clearance sale. Number 10, Coach Ronnie.
Here we go with number 10. Egan's Clemens is correct when he states Tyson Fury will be the toughest fight of Alexander Usyk's career. Fact or fiction?
That's a fact. Definitely a fact. See, here's the thing, right? Fury is a big guy, but he knows how to use his weight. He has a good jab, and he can punch. So, how many big guys is he gonna face like that? Not many. So, this definitely is going to be his toughest test of his career. And with the style matchup also. Fury is so different than anybody that Usyk has ever fought. Fury is nothing like Anthony Joshua. Fury is nothing like anybody that Usyk has fought before. So this is going to be, to try to find sparring for Usyk for this fight, it's going to really be tough to try to find somebody. They might find a big guy, but you're not going to find a guy who's very athletic and big, like Fury is.
Well, I tell you what, that is correct. How do you find sparring for Tyson Fury, Coach?
A guy that he's not as big as Fury, but Jarrell Miller, he can box. He's a really good boxer. He can do certain things that Fury does, but he just don't have the height, to match what Fury does. So that's going to be a little bit different. I mean, they're going to find some guys that are big but slow, maybe strong but slow. I mean, Fury has a big advantage a lot in his fight, but you can't count Usyk out because Usyk is such a determined fighter.
Oh, yeah, he's a cerebral predator, Coach.
Yes, he
And
is.
all he does is win.
Yeah,
All he does is win.
absolutely.
Just like DJ Khalid will tell you, right?
Absolutely. That's for sure.
Oh, I tell you what, we want to welcome or want to thank SSB Diving for hanging with us for the entire show. He says, not sure if true. Yes, it is. But I hear Day of Reckoning card will be $40 pay-per-view in the States. Yes, you are not hearing things, sir. You are correct. With your regular subscriber, DAZN, if you're already a subscriber, and I'm assuming you are because this December on DAZN is lights out, guys. Keep in mind, we also have at the same time, or I think probably they're going to schedule it before the final Showtime date in Minneapolis. You got Bam Rodriguez, guys, versus Sonny Edwards in Phoenix. Okay? That's or maybe it's afterwards because it's in the Pacific,
Yeah,
right? Arizona,
yeah,
they
Pacific, yeah.
don't recognize daylight savings, do they?
No.
So it's going to take place 2 hours after the Minneapolis fight. Okay, guys, you have to see both. Subscribe to both. Guys, subscribe and you'll get Day of Reckoning 2 days before Christmas for only $40. Hallelujah. And there it is. There it is. And guys, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but that is $30 than Haney Prograis. Ooh, fast Eddie. Fast Eddie. Oh boy. Tell you what. That doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. And I'm going to get both, guys. I'm going to get both. And we want to, excuse me, guys. We want to thank Lance Meyer for being here. And he seems like he has heavy heart. So I'm going to read it for him. I have some written word on this weekend, Joseph, and I'm going to read it on the air, brother. We love you, man. It says, seen a few things I'm not proud of. Guess my vision slightly jaded. Lost a few more of my friends. I guess my love's forever fading. Standing on 10 toes, I'm the man. You pump your gang. I'm solo waiting. Tell you what, whatever you're going through, Lance, we're with you, my friend. All right? We love you, brother, and we know you've been a longtime member of keep on dreaming with those pillow fists. A Rougarou is waiting. Oh, hold on. I jumped the gun. He says, got a toothbrush and some Peter Soft. This cell, it needs updating. I've been mixing up these colors, never flip-flopped, never faking. Say December 9th ain't Regis. I'm going to tell you that you're hating. Wow. And there it is. There it is. I tell you what, he was just doing some Floyd Sr. pros. Well, I tell you what, enjoy all the fights, Lance. And I tell you what, we love it, man. Thank you for always being a great, a valued, extended family member of Warweek, brother. We're with you, my friend. God bless you, my brother. Woo! I tell you what, that was it. That's fact or fiction now, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, we didn't get to spend enough time, so we're going to go back to this. Coach, tell us about Floyd Schofield. And he just looked sensational against a gentleman, Ricardo Lopez. No one's ever done that to Ricardo Lopez. Are we merely scratching the surface with Floyd Schofield Jr. at age 21?
I really truly believe that. This kid, he's a student of the game. You know, this kid, he works hard. You know, you can see everything. You know, and this kid, man, he really, you know, he's an exceptional fighter. You know, he's gonna give a lot of people problems because of his speed, and he got power to back up that speed. That's two dangerous things in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, I tell you what, Coach. Mike Miller was happy, I'm sure. I saw him there.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, Mike Miller is one of the best guys in this business. He's such a great guy, and he's such a straight shooter. And
No
He's
doubt.
always willing to
No
help
doubt.
people, and he genuinely cares about his fighters. Can you say anything about Mike Miller? What a great guy.
Man, let me tell you something. This guy, he loves the sport of boxing. He loves everyone that he works with in the sport of boxing. He has great contacts in the sport of boxing, and it doesn't hurt that he's a lawyer also.
The best
So
attorney in boxing.
absolutely. But just all around, man, you never meet a guy better than Michael Miller.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. James Leha, your dear friend, told me this once. He said, you know what? Don King owed me money. And to the best of my knowledge, I think Mike Miller is the only guy who's ever been able to successfully get money for his fighter from Don King. Is that correct?
That's a fact. That's a fact. No, that's a true fact. Michael Miller, he sued Don King for James Leha. And the only guy that I know that beat him. Absolutely.
That's it. That's it, guys. Tell you what, Mike Miller, we trust. Tell you what,
Absolutely.
and he's such a humble guy. He is at several events that he's been at several events that I've actually been announcing, and I once gave a shout out to Mike Miller, and he goes, no, don't make a big deal about me. That's what a great humble guy he is. No.
Yes, indeed.
He's one of the best guys you'll ever meet in this business, guys. Damn glad to know. I tell you what, and he's a true credit to the business and true credit to the fight game. Wish there were more like him.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, though, we're at the end of the road. And, well, no, we're forgetting something. Yeah, his name is Osvari. Dave Morrell Jr., how's he looking in camp? Is he ready for the 16th? Sena Egbeko.
Absolutely, he's ready. He's working hard. He's doing everything he's supposed to do to win, and he wants to put on a great show on December the 16th at the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, and he's going to be facing your former fighter, Sena Egbeko. James, do you have anything that you'd like to chime in or just ask Coach Ronnie? Anything. Ronnie loves to share his wisdom regarding anything. So let it fly, my friend.
I mean, I know that, Coach Ronnie has a, full plate coming up. I mean, you still have, like you said, Osvari. You got Vito. Vito's preparing for a fight too. So
29th.
Yep. So definitely has, a lot on his plate. But, going back to Floyd Schofield, like I watched that, fight, he was just, like going right at him from the jump. With the jab and everything like that. Like you said, he's fast and he's strong, but I've seen him in these past few fights, and yeah, that strength is definitely coming in for him there at lightweight. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what's in the future for Schofield here, especially at 135.
Yeah, he's ranked number 5 by the WBA right now.
Yes.
So
Yep.
so that's, and he's in a good position right now. So I don't know how they go play this out because Haney gave up the belts. So I don't know what that's going to put him at now. So it's gonna be interesting how the WBA work this because you don't always have to go with the top 2. Sometimes they mix it up a little bit. So let's see how hard it's going to fight to think if they think he's ready for that for that top billing or not. So, it's a wait and see thing.
Well, I will say this. Dave Morrell, if you're the Mexican monster, pick on someone your own size. Let's have some Dave Morrell action, baby. Come on now. Don't be picking on a guy who's 5'7". Don't be picking on a guy who's older than you. Come on now. What are you afraid of? Come on, Benavidez Sr. Let's hear those witty retorts. How Morrell's not ready. Let's hear some more of that, dude. No? Quiet? Crickets? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me ask you something, Coach. I forgot to mention this because it's completely flying under the radar, and I'm hoping this doesn't do anything to detract the attention or the pay-per-view sales this Saturday on DAZN. But on ESPN, we've got a free card. Rabisi Ramirez defends his title against Rafael Espinoza this Saturday night on ESPN. Do you think that's going to take some luster off of the DAZN matchup?
Absolutely, because it's free.
Oh boy.
That's the only thing. I mean, man, look, I believe it's a good thing that we have a lot of promoters out there. I really and truly do. And promoters that have TV. But it's taken away from, from the pay-per-view buys and stuff like that. It is. It's taken away from that, and, but this is, Top Rank has to, contract, has to put on so many fights per year. So they have to do what they have to do in order to do that. And, and so then you got to come with these pay-per-view shows. And, I think it makes it difficult, but, because if you're not the guy that draws pay-per-view numbers, then it's going to really hurt you, because people will say, hey, I might as well just watch this one for free and let the other one go.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's not good. Yeah. You think this was, and once again, guys, if you think this is Bob Arum's doing, no, he takes whatever the ESPN dates are available.
Absolutely.
This is the date that ESPN designated for him.
It's definitely, I think when they sit down and go over their dates, they probably had the date way before, Eddie Hearn did. It probably was already scheduled. I'm sure they had to schedule way before. Way before. So, and I think with DAZN, I don't think they have to schedule that way, because they don't know, how it's going to go until later on.
That's it, guys. They don't designate the dates. They just have to give whatever ESPN is offered. And guys, Ronnie, I'm sure you've heard that Disney has slashed the ESPN budget in half in terms of their boxing per annum.
Yep.
That means instead of 30 dates in 2024, like we saw in 2023, we're more than likely going to get about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Come on, Amazon Prime. Come on, Amazon Prime.
and that's a bad thing there, for Top Rank, because they had that deal, like you said, with ESPN, and this particular date or weekend, they usually lock down this weekend for a Heisman weekend in order to tie in with the Heisman Trophy presentation. So, and we as fans, we usually expected over the past few years seeing Teofimo Lopez on there, but as we know, they've had their share of issues, as been recently reported by Warwick Radio, right?
Oh yeah.
So now this is the card that we are getting on December 9th in some place about 15 or so minutes away from Miami. But I mean, that's what they were given by ESPN. So Top Rank has to take it.
Well, yeah. Final comments, guys, and thank you for that, James. And you know what? I am absolutely sick to death of the entitled businessmen that this sport has these days. Now, once again, all due respect to every warrior who has the guts and the courage to lace him up in the ring. That's not easy. And we're speaking to a legend right now, Ronnie Shields. He's done it all. He's taught, he's mentored, he's laced him up, he's competed. He even beat Tommy Hearns in the amateurs, damn it. So we're not discounting that, but guys, come on. Enough with this. Don't waste these opportunities. This is the window. Ronnie, How long is this window of your career in boxing?
And it's not long at all. The thing about boxing is, you can have a promising career, and then at the same time, injury can cut it off. You can get knocked out. Anything can happen in this sport. So you have to take advantage of every opportunity you get.
Yeah, you guys do. Come on, if you snooze, you lose. Tell you what, if you price yourself out, understand we're going to miss you, and you've had a great career. But you know what? Once again, one fighter is bigger than the health of the sport. We're always going to choose the health of the sport. Now, well, first of all, bacon and eggs. Welcome to the show, sir, and thank you for sticking around for Coach Ronnie and showing him some love on this day. Miss B, she says, fun fact, I drew that painting in the background with the flower. Something tells me you may have made a tattoo of it. You're such a big fan of Ronnie Shields. You have a secret admirer, not so secret. Miss B, is Ronnie Shields a lifetime member of the channel? How'd you get the legendary trainer to consistently come to the panel? Guys, there is the Mike McCarthy show in Dallas. This is the Ronnie Shields show on YouTube. And guys, I've been working with him for over a decade now, right, Coach?
Yep.
You know what? As soon as you get back, I need to get you a nice watch.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we lost him.
Hold on, I think you lost him. Are you still there? Still there, Joe? Yeah, I don't know, man. Cut him off on that, man. He was right there to give you a good comment, and it just cut off. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My internet strikes again. I'm sorry, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Chihuahua. I was just saying, I'm gonna have to give for being with us for over 10 years. I'm gonna have to give him a nice watch this Christmas. But it's gonna have to be around New Year's or the first of the year now, isn't it, Coach?
Absolutely.
You're gonna be basking in the sun somewhere.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, we love you on the show. And I tell you what, this is always the bright spot and the high point of my week, getting to sit and chat with you about our beloved boxing. So thank you, Coach. We love you, and everyone here appreciates it, brother. We always learn something new. And you know what? Thanks to James' new segment, we learned a lot. That your adolescent crush was Pam Grier. Oh, woo! Don't get jealous, Miss B. Don't get jealous. Oh, well, let's hear this. Miss B, Ronnie Shields' aura is so powerful, he disconnects the whole stream. On that note, Big James, do you have any parting shots for our listening audience? Big James first.
No, just looking forward to the action coming up this weekend. So y'all get ready, because I feel like there's gonna be some real good action.
The theater of the unexpected, James. Theater of the unexpected. And I tell you what, Ronnie, are you blushing? I believe you're blushing.
No.
No, you're used to it.
Yeah.
Any parting shots for our listening audience, my friend?
As always, you can follow me on Instagram at official Ronnie Shields.
Guys, on behalf of the great J.R. Bell, and on behalf of the living legend, Coach Ronnie Shields, I'm Joseph Heron. You've been listening to the Ronnie Shields Show on War a Week Boxing. Have a great evening, everybody.
Oh, beautiful, far heroes proved in liberating strife. Who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, in school, we used to sing it something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties, over the fruited plain. But now wait a minute.
Real Boxing with the incomparable Coach Ronnie Shields.